Hello and welcome to my workshop and to my brand new YouTube channel. Like a lot of people, I've had a bit more time for my hobbies this year, and I started spending a lot more time down in my workshop. For the last 3 months or so, I've been working on renovations down here, enclosing the walls and ceiling and drywall, getting dust collection installed, etc. My wife and I both work from home, and our daughter attends school remotely, so out of a need for more office space, I moved my desk down here as well. It's been working out all right. I've been taking a lot of pictures and videos along the way, sharing progress with my family in a group text. Eventually I decided, hey, I've got all these pictures, I'll throw them up on Instagram as well. But I have to say, and maybe I'm wrong about this, but posting what amounts to a vlog on Instagram seems like a misuse of the platform. I kind of feel like a middle-aged, out-of-touch dad who doesn't understand social media. That is, of course, precisely what I am, but I thought I'd move this content over to a more appropriate platform like YouTube. I have no idea how to edit videos. I've decided I'd just take a simple one-day project, film the whole thing, and figure it out. So here's the project. I need a shelf over this sink. I plan to finish this drywall job, but I move slowly, and while the renovation drags out, I do need this to be a functional space. So I think the best way to go is with a French cleat. This will allow me to easily take the shelf down later. So here we go. And right off the bat, we've got a good lesson on how not to shoot video. The framing on this is awful, and I think it's about the same for all the shots at my miter saw station. That's all right, I'll get it next time. So I'm using red oak for this. I've got some sitting around, probably bought it at Lowe's a long time ago. I like to use hardwood for my shop fixtures and treat them just like I would any other project for the house because it gives me good practice. So I'm going to be breaking this down and then moving over to the table saw. So I got to tilt the blade at 45 degrees to create my cleat, and one thing about my table saw, it's a contractor saw, and so the motor hangs off the back and it hits my outfeed table if I try to tilt it to a full 45 degrees. So I'm going to have to move the table saw out to be able to do that tilt. And we'll give everything a quick sanding at 120 grit. And here you get to see me sand a nice gouge in my sanding mat here. That sucks. And we're ready to assemble. Now, I mentioned earlier that I like to build all of my workshop projects as if they were, fine pieces of furniture to give me practice. Well, I didn't exactly do that here. I assembled this with brad nails and glue. It was a really, really bad idea. I should have taken a little bit more care, but in the end, it still looks really nice. And of course, more sanding. And we give the cleat a little test fit here, and look at that, slides right in there. Beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and pre-drill the holes to put the cleat on the wall. Now, my little alcove there does have studs, but they're a little bit off center, and I'm just going to space these holes out evenly and put them into drywall anchors. This shelf's not going to be holding anything heavy, maybe a few brushes and some soap, things like that. And here's where I discover that I put those countersinks on the wrong side. Oh well, I love making mistakes that don't show. There we go, all fixed up. So I've got a piece of scrap lumber that I can use here to make sure that I've got the right spacing from the wall. Just want a little bit of play in there. Definitely not digging the screws that I had laying around to use for this, but that's something I can change later. And we'll give it a quick test fit here if we can get it past the opening, and we'll be ready to go over and finish it. And there we go, all done. This was a real simple project, something that probably would have taken me an hour, excluding glue up time normally. I probably spent twice that capturing all the video. It sure does look out of place right now with the walls unfinished, but that'll come soon, and maybe I'll make a video about it. Talk to you guys later.